I think had I not had cancer, I don't know that I would consider myself healthy. And now I
How
think, no,
interesting.
I properly look after myself now. Yeah,
That's
100%. I consider myself
really
very healthy.
That's really thought-provoking, isn't it? That we think
Mm.
we are leading a pretty okay life, and until life actually throws us a curveball, we don't realize
Yeah.
quite how
Oh my
bad it
gosh.
was.
I have interviewed people on my podcast who've also gone through a cancer journey. One of them, similar to me with breast cancer, and she then wrote a book because, of course, she did, because she came out the other side and she now helps women in business. And she, in her book, wrote a chapter which was a love letter to cancer because she
Wow,
thanked cancer for showing her all the ways that she wasn't healed. And
that
then
is
someone I interviewed,
powerful.
someone I interviewed literally recently, he's an incredible man who lives with a really terrifying form of cancer in his brain, which is terminal. And he was told 10 years ago that he had 3 months to live. 10 years ago. And he is running the most incredible foundation for people going through a cancer journey. And he literally said to me, oh my God, my life would never have been as incredible as it is had I not had cancer. He just thinks he lives his best life and he still knows he's on borrowed time, but he's not going anywhere. And he puts that all down to cold water plunging, red light therapy. And he's set up a center for other people to have all the alternative therapies. He said, because yes, I had the hospital treatment, but it's a very small part of the healing. You need to do all the other stuff. And he's an absolute authority on cancer.
I don't ever want to experience it. Obviously, none of us do. I have it in my head that if I do, I don't think I want to have any chemotherapy. Because
No.
in my eyes, that's designed. I mean, this is a very personal opinion.
Yeah.
It's designed to kill
Yeah.
cells, healthy or not.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, in my head, I just feel like that's what kills you, not the cancer. Kind
Well,
of
this is,
these really invasive treatments.
yeah. And again, this is only opinions. And I know it's a very dodgy territory sometimes these days, but he said exactly the same thing. He said, I had chemotherapy. I know what chemotherapy is. He said, but I chose to have it anyway. And now he's at risk of early onset dementia because of the damage that
Because of it.
chemotherapy did.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned oxygen therapy yet.
No, that was another one. Yeah, that was another. The hyperbaric oxygen, like the hyperbaric oxygen chambers. Is that what you mean?
Well, I'm not an expert at all. I
Okay.
have a friend who cured himself with
Yeah.
sort of similar to you in a way, that he had, I don't know, stage 4 or something, cancer, whichever part of his body. And then he started researching things just like you, and then did all sorts of things. But one of the main things he mentions is the oxygen therapy. So if there's a much more specific phrase for it, I personally don't know.
I think that's just the name of the chambers that you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, and this gentleman I'm talking about, he would tell you that that's been the greatest healer for him. And he explained it to me incredibly well. It's very scientific. So I'm not going to try and tell you, but go look it up because it does sound incredible. I'm going to be having some sessions as well.
Begs the question that if it's so successful, but people have to go and look for it themselves, why isn't the medical profession using it rather than these incredibly invasive, destroying drugs?
It probably doesn't make enough money.
I was just literally, as I asked the question, I thought maybe
because you can't market it and sell it to millions.
the drug companies obviously have a massive grip on us, don't they? But anyway, let's not go political.
No, let's not go political. We'll be shut down.
Let's go back to business and good health routine.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and the more of us who find these things, then they won't be able to ignore it. The more of us who find these amazing alternative therapies, then, I mean, Reiki is used. I think Reiki is now prescribed.
Okay.
And yeah, there's some sound healing coming into hospitals, tuning forks, things like that. It's very small, but if you look hard enough, it's coming in. So yeah.
There is hope that alternative therapies, but they are nature therapies rather, aren't they?
Yeah. And I don't like calling them alternative. Because I feel like they're the main ones.
I was going to say, for the first time ever, saying that felt wrong.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Alternative therapy.
Because it suggests that, you're a bit out there. You're trying something alternative, something a bit different that no one else is really doing. No, that should be the mainstream,
So
non-invasive.
all sorts of thoughts are going through my head, like,
Yeah, I bet.
our elders knew things, because all of these
Yeah.
now called alternative therapies, there's nature therapies and treating ourselves from nature, like all the plants that have been put on this earth are there to help us be healthy.